Well, this is not what I was intending to start with today on this back and bicep day, but I was kind of fully expecting um, for these cables to be taken because just being honest, they always are, and I can't really blame anybody because they're very useful for a lot of different things. But in saying that, I expected them to be taken, so I didn't think I'd be able to do this. I was, normally on a back day, a chest day, not so much shoulders or arms, well, maybe triceps, but on those, let's say a chest day, a back day, and triceps, I'm usually happy to even be able to get in here and do anything on cables because that's how frequently these are used. So when I walked in here and I changed everything, walked out of the bathroom, and I seen the cables were still open, um, I was like, you know what? I'm starting with something on cables. Something. I don't care what it is, just so I can get maybe at least one exercise on the cables here. Um, Turns out it's going to be unilateral rows. I think last week I was able to start on cables too. Now that I think about it, that's very rare. But last week I did the high to low rows with both arms at the same time. So just to kind of deviate from that, and I did that Sunday. So yeah, we're gonna do some unilateral rows. Um, I never want to pass up a good thing, and I feel like this is a good opportunity for me to get something done. Like I said on cables. If this is the one and only thing I get to do on cables, so be it. I'll be fucking happy with it. But yeah, I'm thinking I want to go somewhat heavy on this. So to be honest with you, the weight I have on here might not be enough. That's okay. The first set, I might get higher reps than I want, but I would like for the second and third set to be in that 8 to 10 rep range. So if I do this and I get like 15, I'm gonna have to add some decent amount of weight. But let's say I do this and I only get like 11 or 12. Maybe I'll add a 5 or 2 or just a 110, whatever, however it works. But not much more than that. But if I'm getting like 15, I make the pin a 10 down there all the way at the bottom, where it's maxed out, and then maybe even throw one or two fives on there. But I want to go heavy here. And last week I did cable curls. I remember that now too. I'll probably deviate from that as well. And I'm thinking today actually might be the day that I do unilateral dumbbell preacher curls, which I haven't done those in a while. But I kind of want to have some fun. So, but first of all, let's do these. Let me do this first set, and then I'll kind of see how it feels and go from there. And then once I go from there and do the rest of the sets, we'll go from there again. That's kind of the plan today. I always like to have a general. I've said this before, but it's worth saying again. I always like to have a general idea of how heavy I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, etc. Um, but it's never cookie, like a cookie cutter fucking format, or it's the same thing day in, day out, week in, week out. Um, and also, I never am so like my heels dug in so deep that I can't deviate from. Say I start doing this and it just feels terrible for whatever reason. I don't care to do something else. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyways, let's do this. Yet again, I have no freaking idea how many reps I even did, so I'll have to go back and count. I'm getting really bad about that. Oh my god, like really bad. On one hand, I like it because if you have a set number in your head and you kind of exceed expectations and you get that number, like subconsciously, you'll kind of, your body will kind of tell you to stop, or it'll, at least for me, I've noticed I do this. Um, my body will kind of not shut down, but it'll know that it hit that set number that I had in my head, and anything beyond that is like my body just kind of like stops, you know, um, rather than just doing the set and like say I'm like, oh man, I like going into, I'm thinking I be lucky to get 9, and I don't count, and I go back watch the video and count there, and I do like 11 or something. That happens a lot. So, but on the other hand, I don't like it because I never know. Never know until I'm done. So a lot of times I undershoot when I don't count, so that's kind of a bad thing. But I'll try to get this in the next video. But it helps so much to have. I laid these 25-pound plates down up against the cable machine, and it helps me plant my feet. Otherwise, you guys kind of see in the video. It's just better to see it, but otherwise my feet would be sliding as I was trying to do this, which obviously is not ideal. Makes it way fucking harder. But that was good. I'm gonna add. Well, let me go back and count actually, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna add. I'm definitely gonna add some weight though. Oh, ooh. That's actually heavier than I thought it was gonna be. Shit. Okay, initially I thought that was gonna be really freaking heavy, but it wasn't bad. So I think I'm gonna do one more, but I'm gonna add even a little bit more weight. Make this last one. Well, I thought this one would be heavy, but try to make this last one pretty heavy. And then I'm gonna go into a drop set. Try to grab. I might just grab the other handle like this. Throw them both on there. Do a drop set with both arms. Whew, I'm already feeling it. Probably because I just hit back 2 days ago on Sunday, and here it is Tuesday. I'm doing it again, which I like actually. It's definitely throwing my back off. It's hopefully gonna force some growth, but it's nothing I'm not gonna be able to sustain this for say 6 months or something, but maybe 2, 3, 4, and hopefully see a difference. I think so. All right, I'm gonna grab. Fuck it. I'm gonna grab two more fives. We'll try to get in the single digits on this last one. Fuck, what a start. Those sets were so good. Kind of gave me a headache. I doubt it was the actual sets, but I am starting to get one. All right, fuck. Let's do some biceps. All right. Was there ever any doubt whatsoever that I was gonna grab anything lighter than the 70s? I don't think so. Maybe just a small, tiny bit. But as you could tell, I got the 70s, so I mean, are we here to work out or are we here to just fucking go through the motions? You know, I know what I'm here for. All right, got the 70s. Well, 70. Let's take the plural off that. I got the 70. Um, three sets max reps with a drop set. Pretty fucking simple. Oh, fuck. Fuck. I think that was 11 on the right arm. I kind of started doubting myself and second guessing there. I'm like 90% sure that was 11. Fuck. Oh, boys. Okay. Two more like that. You might not be able to tell, but when I'm doing this, I'm kind of leaning to whatever arm, like whatever side arm I'm doing. I'm kind of leaning that way. So right arm, I'm like this. Left arm, leaning just a little bit that way. Is it kind of a little hack to make it just a tiny bit easier? Yeah, but I also think it makes it safer. So, I mean, make of that what you will. You can say I'm cheating. I don't fucking care. The 70s are the 70s with one arm, with a fixed elbow, no swinging. Um, so it's still effective, you know. And I do think it's a little safer to kind of lean just a little bit to whatever arm you're doing. But yeah, that's some that's tough. It really is. Okay, two more to drop set. Okay, so I was gonna use a normal straight bar, grab my straps, do some reverse grip. But Sunday, I grabbed this close grip, and it's already set up for a reverse, or I mean, or you could go overhand, but I'm gonna spin it this way, and I liked it. I really liked the close grip, and I've heard the immortal Jeff Nippard say that if you want to widen, now this is all, I mean, if you're doing lat pull downs, it's gonna hit your lats, you know. But if you want it to be even a little more effective for the width of your lats, I've heard Jeff Nippard say that you want to go with a closer grip. So believe him, don't believe him. I'm gonna take his word for it, and I'm at least I've been trying that for. I mean, obviously I've done other widths, hand widths, rather than just close, but I've been throwing in a lot more close grip than I have done years prior, probably just in the past 2 months. So I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep trying it. But and honestly, I just don't feel like getting my straps out again. I know I'm being lazy, but again, I like this. I like the way it felt, so I'm just gonna do it. Save me a little time from strapping up, because that a lot of times is the hardest part. So, um, I think I have a good weight picked out. Let's just try it. Not bad, but it was a little light, just a little, not much. But I think I know you know where I'm going with this. Yeah, let's increase the weight a little bit. I'm only gonna go up one. I'll kind of treat this like a pyramid scheme, but I won't do the descent part. But if I do this and it's still a little light on the third one, I'll go up one more and then do the drop set. So maybe kind of like a pyramid scheme. Not really, but yeah, let's try that. That was pretty effective. Let's do one freaking more exercise for back. I might only do 2 sets. Actually, yeah, I think I'm only gonna do two. Um, don't want to drop set, of course, but yeah, let's do that. I think the pump is ready to be checked. Although it's gonna be fucking difficult. I can't even raise my arms right now. So yeah, that's a pretty good sign, or bad sign, however you want to say it, that this pump check is gonna be pretty tough. I might have to give myself a couple minutes or more. Ah, all right, let's check it out. All right, good news. My headache has went away. Miracles do happen, and I will fucking take it. Other good news, workout was pretty fucking awesome. I've been really like, so prior to, let's say, yesterday, maybe last Thursday and Wednesday. Prior to that, for like 2 weeks, I was struggling quite a bit. I was. The cut was just for whatever reason. Maybe I wasn't sleeping good, but it was really starting to affect me. But the past 4 training days, I felt way better, way fucking better. You're good. So yeah, I mean, I want to keep this hot streak going. Now I know it's not gonna sustain. It just never does. I don't care who you are, but with the right mindset, even when I start to feel it flip again, um, hopefully I don't let it affect me too much. I will admit sometimes I'm a drama queen. I don't show it, but I tend to let things like, but only because I take this so seriously. I take it very seriously. So when I start to have days or weeks even where I'm just dragging ass and it's just affecting my workouts, or I have say like a little nagging injury, that stuff really bothers me. But let's get into it. I digress. Let's just check this shit out. All right, I don't know why, but there toward the end, as I was posing, I started to get a pain in my back, which is never cool. Hopefully, it's just temporary, and I can sleep it off. You know, you know what? I'm not even gonna say anything else about it. Let's just leave it at that. Like I said, miracles do happen, right? Whew, all right, that's it. A pretty simple. I don't know if I'd call it simple, but nothing really crazy. The craziest I might have gotten was honestly on the um unilateral preacher curls. Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna knock us a cardio, and tomorrow, as always, be back to do some legs. I'm considering tomorrow switching it up from hack squats, but that'll be like a game time decision. I just don't know yet, but I am thinking about it, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm done.